President Trump's obvious misstep over the weekend. It wasn't the clapback at Pope Leo. I mean, I've been through this before. I was a Catholic back when he was attacking Pope Francis during his first run for office. And now it's Pope Leo. You just knew it was coming. It was like TikTok. You knew it was coming. But what we didn't know was coming was this absolutely absurd, offensive meme, AI-generated version of a picture showing Donald Trump as Jesus. He tweeted this out, posted it on Truth Social. I'm sure you've seen it by now, but if you haven't, for the listening audience, it is President Trump as Jesus with his hand on the head of a sick patient in bed and a demon behind him and a light glowing around him. It is obviously him purporting to be God. That is what he's doing. And it is blasphemous by any definition of that word. I actually just looked it up just to have it at the ready. I mean, blasphemy is irreverence towards sacred entities. But here's a longer definition. The act of showing great disrespect, contempt, or defiance toward God, sacred persons, or holy things, insulting, mocking, or slandering the divine. That's what he's done. It's completely inappropriate, and he knows it. I don't know why the president's getting so desperate for attention that he feels the need to mock 1.4 billion Catholics. It's enough, okay? It's enough with this nonsense. I know you love getting a rise out of people. I know you're really enjoying being subversive. You upset all the right people. I get it. But, why?
The internet is on fire. I can't lie. Trump knows how to change the news cycle within the space of 1 week. At some point, I'm even confused on what to report on. When you take a look at what is currently trending, Trump posted this image, and a lot of Christians, even conservatives, are not happy with that. And it triggered him to delete the picture. He came out with a response, which I'm going to show you what he actually said. A lot of people interpret that image differently, like you can see here. Some,
Wait, the guy in the bed, can I just... Are you... Am I okay?
I felt about it like I didn't think he dressed like Jesus. I really thought it was the Pope, but now he's saying this. I just feel like, I know it's a big deal to some people, but I don't want to seem insensitive, but I feel like every day people are offended by something else. Something else happens, and sometimes it gets to be a little too much to where I'm like, I can't deal with that today. But I just saw his response, and then I was kind of like, I was more intrigued because I do think he was dressed like the Pope. But maybe somebody educate me. Let me know what you guys think.
President Trump responds to viral image backlash. POTUS is pushing back after controversy over the viral image. Some claim depicted him as Jesus. It wasn't that. I thought it was me as a doctor, like a Red Cross worker. President Trump blamed the reactions on media interpretation, saying only the fake news could come up with that one. He added the image was meant to represent helping people and making people better, not anything religious. This is what Trump said. Now, some people say if Trump actually considers that he looks like a medical doctor, it means he is not okay. He should be removed in power. These are just Democrat talking points that I've seen. When you look at this image clearly, you can actually have different interpretations to that. But with the way politics is, they just take everything and politicize. I've seen a lot of consecutives that are coming out to actually say this was not right. Oh, Trump should not be doing this. Trump should delete this. And he took down the post.
Why do you think Trump is digging into these attacks against Pope Leo? I mean, that thing that he posted that was a lot.
Okay.
There was a lot of passion in that he typed up all of that.
The first thing that came to me was because the Pope is more popular. And in fact, today, right here on CNN, you showed a poll where the approval rating of Pope Leo in America is very high, and the disapproval rating of Donald Trump currently is low. And that is sort of what makes Trump click on a daily basis, is he tends to take his ill feelings out on people who are more popular or who he deems to be having more success at the time. With regard to getting into religion...
And the 25th Amendment is there for a reason. No one that holds that office, which is arguably the most powerful office in the world, does things like that.
It signals to me that he doesn't understand. I don't think he claims to be a person of faith. Our faith is bigger than our politics. That is the one thing that will always trump politics.
It's a distraction because he's having a really bad week, a really bad month. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yes.
With cackling the View, they will always act this way. Oh, this Sonny Hostin is making like she want to cry. You know, at some point, like I'm defending that this was right. I understand people have different interpretation to that picture, which I don't want to go into that. But the way the View is acting here, I did not see this kind of reaction when Biden was there. There were a lot of things that these people could call on that they should bring the 25th Amendment. I know we never saw that with these people. But when it's Trump, it's always like that. Now, looking at the whole situation, the whole media is getting crazy about the whole thing. You know, this is just Trump. This actually started when Trump posted a tweet talking about the Pope. Trump is not happy with this Pope. The reason being that the Pope is against what is currently going on. And the Pope has been outspoken about that. When you take a look at how Trump look at that Pope, they look at him like he's a woke Pope. He support, Democrat things like that. That is how Trump view him. Like he likes the brother because he's MAGA. That is actually what he said. Now, looking at this, Catholics are coming out to say Pope is not into politics. He actually is doing his job. Whatever thing Pope says is what he was put there to do. And looking at his response, saying he's not afraid of the Trump administration, he's doing just what God says. At some point, I don't want to go into all that because it is too controversial. If you say this, you might actually offend the other person. If you say this, you offend the other person on the other side. Trump is someone that I've noticed. He doesn't know how to pretend. If he doesn't like you, no matter who you are, he will say it.
What about president?
I'm an actor. A documentary film.
It has some weight. Is that it just shows that Trump really doesn't have the feel for religion.